Yo guys, what is up? It's your boy TRUEDBZZ back with another guide video, and today I'm going to be doing a part 2 of my Android 16 guide. So today we're going to be going over his special moves and super attacks, and that's pretty much going to be it. Just right off the bat, I'm going to apologize for the lateness of this video. This video was supposed to go up a couple of days ago, but due to real life issues and poor planning, it just got delayed and things are happening just out of the blue. So I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna upload this video on Monday. That's the plan, and then by at the very least Friday I'm gonna have part 3, which is going to be, I believe, pressure and mix-ups. And then if I have the time, I'm gonna do part 4, which is going to be his combos and tag synergy. So basically this next week is going to be 3 different Android 16 guide videos. That is if everything goes as planned. Now I cannot confirm that this is going to be 100%, especially the very last video being part 4, but I'm definitely getting this video out, and I'm definitely getting part 3 out either Friday of this week or Saturday of this week. And then if I have the time, then I'll do part 4. So best case scenario, you guys get 3 Android 16 videos. At the very least you get 2, so not a bad deal. But anyway, let's get started. So the goal here is just to go over his toolkit and tell you the pros and cons, what you use them for, the numbers involved and all that stuff, yada yada. So let's start off with his Corsical forward moves. So right off the bat, we have a command grab and his 236 light. So this is a 17 frame command grab, so it is unreactable. So when you're playing against 16, since he is a grappler at heart, your main issue with him is going to be guessing whether or not he's going to hit you and extended pressure or command grab you. That is his real main mix-up tool. And getting the pressure down with this character is going to be a little bit tough because, like I said in part 1, his normals aren't the most strongest in the game, so his pressure overall is weaker than other characters, but he does have a unreactable command grab, so you can always rely on this as a good mix-up tool. Next we have 236 medium, which is another command grab, but this time it actually launches Android 16 forward, as you can see here. So it basically goes about 75% of the way through across the screen, and it is 26 on startup. So it is on the reactable side, but what you really want to be using this for is mostly as a combo tool. So for example, if you go in the corner here, you can do something like this. As you can see, you can actually combo off of his 236M in the corner because it causes a wall bounce. So that's the main thing about this grab is combo fodder for the most part. You can use the air version as, you know, to change your momentum and stuff, but we're going to talk about that a little bit later on. But one more thing I want to talk about is that his the command grabs that move forward, they're actually invincible to projectiles. So if I have Cell here, throw out a beam attack, whoops. So as you can see, 16 went straight through his beam. And of course you can use this like as an anti-zoning tool or something like that. Well, since Cell recovers in the air, I'm going to actually make him ground tech actually. So as you can see, you can use this as like an anti-zoning tool to get in on your opponent. And this is also the true for his Corsical heavy version as well, but we'll get to that next. And that should be it for his 236M. It is a command grab, of course. and I already talked about it being a combo tool. Now we go on to his 236H move, which is another command grab. So this is pretty much the I would say the middle ground between his light and medium version. So you have the forward momentum of his medium grab, while also having the faster startup of his light command grab. So as you can see, this command grab is at 24 on startup. So it's even more unreactable than his medium version, but not on the unreactable side of his light version. So you can use this both as a zone tool and a mix-up tool, as you can see here. And then it's also fast enough to where if your opponent's not looking for it, you can definitely scoop some people. So, as you can see here, you can definitely scoop them. So this move basically is, like I said, the in-between. If you want the faster startup, but you want to be able to go through projectiles and combo off of it, then you want to use this move right here. Other than that, it pretty much just serves, you know, the exact same purpose as this move right here. But, you know, countering zoning this tool is really good, because just like the medium version of the move, it goes about 75% of the way across the screen. So I would say probably like right here, 16 is a threat against beam characters. So if Cell is just sitting there throwing beams at me, I can just go ahead and scoop him. And the invincibility starts on frame 4 for both the medium and the heavy versions. So it's not frame 1, so if your opponent just throws out the beam before you actually do your input, you will get counter hit for it. But it is fast enough to where in most situations, if your opponent's not looking for it, then you'll be able to scoop him and get in on your pressure. So yeah, that is his quarter circle forward command grab. So now let's get into his quarter circle back command grabs. Alright, going on to his quarter circle back command grabs. So it's these guys right here. Pretty much all of them have the exact same properties. His light version is 10 on startup, medium is 19, and then his heavy version is 6. All of them are anti-air command grabs, meaning if your opponent is jumping in the air, you can easily scoop them up and get them down to the floor. All of them allows you to float and air dash if you have your air options already. So since I'm on the ground, I haven't used any of my air options, so I can actually float with 16 here after the command grabs. I can do this with all of them. So you can float, you can air dash, you can double jump. There you go. So you keep all your air actions if you haven't used them already. I'm pretty sure if you double jump in the air and then you use it, you don't get a second jump. So, like I said, if you haven't used your air actions already, then you keep them. All of them ground bounces on hit, so, you know, if you're doing a combo, oops. So all of them do that ground bounce attack, every single version. I'm pretty sure light and medium can only be done in the corner, from memory. Let's see. Yeah, so it's most useful in the corner. The heavy version, as you saw in the other combo, you can do it anywhere on screen. So if you need to finish your combo, that's a good way of finishing your combo and then also setting up assists. So, you know, it's a pretty good move overall. The one thing I do want to make note of is, first of all, the light and medium versions have frame 4 head invul. So it means any jump, any attack coming from the air will actually go through 16 and he will not be hit by it. These start on frame 4, so of course you can mediate with, you know, auto-timed Oki in the corner and stuff like that. But his heavy version is actually frame 1 head invul, so you can actually use this as like a makeshift DP against safe jumps, because since it activates on frame 1, there's really no way for you to chase 16 unless you're specifically looking for that option. So it's pretty much a pseudo DP without it being a DP. So, you know, if you're stuck in the corner and you know your opponent just auto times all their Oki, you can just do this and get out of the corner. And since most of the time you're going to be doing this on the ground, you have all your air options, so you can double jump, air dash back, float, you know, you keep all your air options. So, and one last thing, his Corsical back heavy actually has one little interesting property, and that is that on startup, it actually hits the opponent low. So if we have Cell here, so we're gonna have him guard and then crouch. So I'm gonna have him guard, and as you can see, he can actually block the first hit of the grab. Now this only applies to grounded opponents, by the way. If your opponent is in the air, then this doesn't really matter. But if I have Cell stand and then have him not switch, he actually gets hit low there. So this startup hit right here is actually a low attack. So once again, if you know your opponent is not really good at meeting you, and or even if you're like doing pressure and you want to scare them with a command grab, but you don't want to fully commit to like keep pressing buttons, you could just do this. You get a low attack, you grab them, call your assist combo, and even if they block it, oops, because like even if they block it, who's gonna really be punishing that besides like 21 Vegito and Zamasu? Like most other characters aren't gonna be punishing that, especially on reaction. I mean, this is a 6-frame starter attack, so most people are not gonna be ready for it. So it's still a really good option. It's actually a pretty slept on aspect of 16, and I think more people need to use it more as a offensive tool rather than a defensive tool. But I mean, this move being frame 1 head invul is like crazy for like a big body like 16 who isn't the best on defense. So him having this option is really, really good. Okay, the last of his command grabs, or at least for his specials, is his light, medium, heavy version of the Corsical forward. So I'm just gonna say this right now: the all of his Corsical back command grabs are all basically the same, both in the air and on the ground, except for, you know, the aerial version of his heavy grab doesn't have the low attack because, you know, he's not, you know, on the ground. So all of his Corsical back command grabs are the same as in the air and on the ground, but these ones are pretty different. Not too much to where, you know, they're like completely brand new moves, but it is worth checking out. So this his light one is 10 frames on startup, this one is 19 frames, and then this one is 11 frames. All of them are command grabs, as you guys may have already known. The medium and heavy versions actually change your momentum, as you can see. You can actually use this as a scapegoat. So, you know, get out of the corner, you like super jump out of the corner, and then boop, you're out. And then the actual medium version in the combo, the medium version in the corner, excuse me, if you actually haven't used your smash attack yet, you can actually combo off it. It actually gives you the wall bounce, and then you can re-combo, as you can see there. So his medium version is really, really important for his combos, especially in the corner. So that's definitely probably the most important command grab, other than probably this one, since this is his main offensive tool. So yeah, that's pretty much it. These are just used for, you know, anti-airs, you know, meeting people in the air. If people start super dashing at you, you can just snag them out the air. You know, it's basically, you know, an anti-air tool. And that should be it for his command grabs in terms of specials. So with that being said, let's get into his cortical forward and back S moves. Okay, going on to the last bit of 16's special moves, we have cortical forward S and cortical back S. Now, these moves might look similar, but they actually work completely differently. So, cortical forward S is this guy right here. It actually shoots a projectile far away from 16, as you can see. And then his cortical back shoots this right at him. So, what this move is used for as a frame trap move. So, this move is 18 on startup, meaning you can't jail into this at all. No normal, not his mediums, not his heavies, not his lights. None of these jail into this. So it is purely used as a frame trap move. It is -1 on block, so that means if you end your block string with this move, you can backdash and retreat. Or if you're really confident your opponent's not going to press anything, you can, continue your pressure since it is -1. But he's still negative, so it's not, the best option to mash on negative frames. And yeah, so like I said, there's a 3-frame gap since it is 18 on startup, so there's 3-frame gap here. So reflect will beat this option, but it also catches up dashes and mashing. So if you're just doing your block string here and they decide to mash, you'll catch up. Now, the cortical back version may look similar, and they do serve a similar function, but this is more of a mind game tool. Since these look so similar, in the heat of battle, it's really important that you mix these two options up. So what cortical back S does is that it's 24 on startup, meaning it's way slower, but in exchange you're actually +8 on block. As you can see, 16 is +8, so we're gonna have Cell mash here. As you can see, Cell couldn't mash there. I just want to double check. Anyway, you guys get the point. It's +8 on block, meaning Cell cannot punish you. As you can see here. So I just did it raw, and it jailed. So that being +8 is a really good tool for 16, because like I said, his frame data isn't like the best in the game. He is on the slower side for being a big character. The thing that makes this really good though is that if you guys didn't notice, when Cell actually got hit in the block string, whoops. So as you can see, 16 can actually combo off of it. I'm pretty sure it's only 5L though. You can't do cortical back S and 5M or 2L or something. It has to be 5L, which isn't really a problem since you want to be staggering with this normal anyway. So that's what makes this move really strong. So you want to be sure to mix up the different varieties of this move so it keeps it a little bit more ambiguous. So the way you want to use this tool is, like I said, you want to mix it up, but you also want to keep using your grabs as well, because if you keep ending your block strings with this, reflect will completely nuke this. Like reflect, guard cancel, like those guard cancel vanish, these things will completely get these out of the equation. So what you want to do is just keep in mind that you have command grabs, right? Just the fact that this is plus on block does not mean your pressure is free. Your pressure is not free. There is an 8-frame to 9-frame gap, so they can mash and reflect on you with this move. And this move has a 3-frame gap, but of course there is a gap, so reflect will always work here. So you want to be sure just to keep in mind that command grab is always an option in mixing up your different heat moves. Now let's go to super attacks. So 16 has 2 level 1s and 2 level 3s. His level 1s look similar, but they actually function differently, just like his heat wave. So the first one we have is quarter circle forward light medium, which is this guy right here. So this one is 13 frames on startup with 19 Oki time, or SKD. So this one you want to use for combos and damage. Not much for anything else. This is his DHC super as well, so you're getting the more powerful super attack. Now the thing about this is that 16 has another version, which is quarter circle forward heavy S, which is this guy right here. So this one is also 13 on startup, but the difference is that it gives you a little bit more Oki time. As you can see, I am plus 39 here. So this is more useful in the corner, where you can end your combos like this. You end your combos like this, and you can kind of meter your opponent like that. Since 16 is in the air, he keeps his air options, and since you have more Oki time, then you can meaty as well. You know, I don't know the timing because I haven't played 16 in a while, but you guys get the gist. So basically, what you want to do is that if you want to get SKD and like you don't have, you know, this at the end of your combos to use, you like only can use this one. This super is not a bad option because, like I said, you know, you can air dash afterwards, and especially if you have 16 with assist, you know, you have your assist to cover you. Once again, this is the more damaging super. So if you're going to kill, you want to do the light and medium version. If you want the Oki time and setups, then you want to do the heavy and S version. So those are really the only two differences between the two. So let's go into his level 3s. Alrighty guys, we're in the final stretch. So here we have his level 3s. So his first one is quarter circle back light medium. Here's this guy right here. So this one is 12 on startup, and it is a command grab, as you can see here. So as you can see, 16 is trying to grab the opponent, and then if we have cell block here, bam. So his level 3 is a command grab. It is frame 1 invincible, just like every other level 3 in the game, and it is plus 28 on hit. So it gives you just enough frame advantage for you to do a safe jump. As you can see there. Other than that, this super attack is pretty much your average level 3. Nothing really special about it, other than the fact that it is a command grab. So you can use it as a mix-up, but it's way too risky. You might as well just, you know, do this as a mix-up. But I know if you know it's gonna kill, you know, if your opponent's not expecting it, then you can just like, you know, bam, just scoop them. But once again, it is very risky, and I don't recommend it. And his last level 3 is Cursicle Back Heavy S, which is this guy right here. So this level 3 is his self-destruct. Is a instant kill super, just like Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta's. 16 was actually the first character in the game to have an instant kill. Gogeta's the second. So 16 is pretty much the founder of instant kills, let's say, in fighters. So just like his other level 3, this is a command grab. So as you can see, he grabbed 21 and she's blocking. It is frame 1 interval on startup, just like his other level 3. But the difference is that this move comes out extremely slowly. This move actually comes out at 65 frames. So the opponent can easily just fuzzy jump out, fuzzy jump super, fuzzy super jump out. Heck, they can even punish you if they like IAD it and just run up and, you know, medium kill you. You know, so doing this in like pressure or anything is kind of out of the question. You really only want to do this move if like, let's say if you're playing neutral and you kind of just want to, you know, let your opponent know. Let's have 21 just do a beam. You need to do something like this. But once again, there are rarely any moves that start at 65 frames. Like, it's gonna be very hard to punish people with this move. Maybe if they do a level 3. So if you know your opponent's gonna do super on wake up, you can just like eat it and just freaking kill them for it. So, you know, it's a very niche super attack. It's only for the people that know like how your opponent gonna respond. It's not really something that's like a useful tool. It's kind of just something that you could just do to, you know, very specific situations. There is one thing about this move, and that is 16 actually gets all blue life when he self-destructs. So all the life that he loses becomes blue life, and so you can use Sparking or Krillin Senzu Bean to regain his health. Whoops. So as you can see, I have all blue life now, and when I spark, I get it all back. And of course, if you play Krillin with Android 16, you know, if you do this move, then you can use Senzu Bean and heal 16 up. So, yeah, that's gonna be it for all of his super attacks. So yeah, that's gonna be it for me today, guys. I really hope you guys enjoyed this. I kind of wanted to speedrun this a little bit more than I did his normals video, because most of them are just, you know, command grabs. There's nothing really else to discuss about them. They have their uses as grabs, and that's pretty much about it. And you know, his supers are just his supers. So there aren't really like any advanced tech I can show you other than, you know, what they're used for, and that's pretty much it. So yeah, that's gonna be it for today's Android 16 guide. If you guys enjoyed this video, please be sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more content in the future. Once again, this will be uploaded on Monday, and the plan is for me to get part 3 released on Friday, and if I have the time, get part 4 ready for on Saturday. That is the plan. Once again, things are subject to change because, you know, life goes on. So I really hope you guys stay patient with me with this series. You know, I haven't done, you know, character guides for months, so I'm still kind of getting into the flow of writing notes and stuff like that. So please work with me. And of course, you know, 16 isn't a main character of mine. He's kind of like a side character. So of course, you know, if any of this stuff becomes outdated or there's new tech, you know, don't bully me in the comments saying you didn't mention this, or, you know, you didn't mention that. It was like I either didn't know or I just couldn't fit it into the video because of time restraints. But, you know, I'm always here to take criticism and, you know, get better with all the characters in the game. So, yeah, that's going to be it for me today, guys. If you enjoyed, please, you know, like I said, like, comment, subscribe to the channel, and yada, yada, yada. So, I ain't going to keep you guys any longer. Hope you guys enjoy the rest of your evening, and I will see y'all in the next Android 16 guide video. Sayonara.